What's up everyone, A from A Tech Reviews here, and today we'll be taking a look at the one and only CP13 from FiiO. It's a portable cassette player, and yes, you might be surprised to see me reviewing a device like this. But let me tell you, back in the day when I was a child, I used to love listening to my Sony Walkman. And I still have some of my tapes. My Walkman is not functioning anymore. I still have two, they are not functioning, unfortunately. But when I heard that FiiO made a device like this, like FiiO in my experience always makes great products, and it got me interested. I want to listen to some of my old tapes, which I have, and I want to see like what is the experience. I want to relive some of that childhood memories, and I want to see like, is the experience better with batteries, is there improvement, and so on. So let's get started. Like, let's see. The first thing we're going to talk about is the build quality. As you can see, it's, maybe you can feel it, it's a bit heavy. It's a solid chunk of metal here. This is not, like, according to my memory, this is not the regular, like, Walkman style cassette players we used to carry back in the day. They were, like, made of plastic usually, and they're cheap, lighter weight. This one is heavy and feels premium, like you can see. It is actually metal all around. There is no screw in the back or anything like that. And this is the spindles here. You can see that. We'll open it in a second. You have your play, rewind. Actually, the rewind is kind of like here, and this is the fast forward on the stop, which is like, when you look at it, the FiiO is like upside down. So this is the rewind, the next one next to the play button. If we go on here, you can have your 3.5mm headphone jack. You have a USB-C power input. It actually accepts 5V to A. So if you have a phone charger that can output 5 volts, 2 amps, it will actually charge very fast. And this is the status light. It's like a small light. It's red when it's charging, and it turns green when it's fully charged. And during use, during normal use, and when it's like here on standby or anything, it doesn't light up. It stays closed. And then you get this awesome gnarly knob, like volume pot. Maybe it's not pot, I'm not sure, but it's like a volume wheel, let's say that. And it's like kind of small. I wish maybe for my fingers, I wish it was bigger, but what I do when I listen to it, instead of adjusting it like I do with my desktop amps, I just kind of roll it with my finger like that. As I said, it's kind of gnarly. You can see that. It's an early knob, so it doesn't slide and it doesn't need anything. Like, you just give it a touch. Like, I'm carrying it like that usually in my hand, and I just give it a slide like that. Sometimes even with my thumb. When I'm listening, it just in the exact right spot. It's put in the exact right spot, and that's it. There's nothing else actually. If you look here, there is a spot for you to grab and open the door here, but I have to say that it's a bit difficult to open, slightly difficult. It's very, very sturdy in a way, like you can just push it, it will open, which actually makes it awesome for the tape stabilization. Like, I have to do this and it opens suddenly. I'm not sure if it's my memory or not, but I remember my old players used to open kind of more, like a height kind of thing. They used to open way more. Maybe like my memory doesn't serve me correctly. This was a long time ago, man. But anyway, I'm not complaining. That's actually fine, you know, as long as you can see here, the tape stabilization, I will talk about that in a second, is actually awesome. You can see here the spindles, and an interesting point here I want to mention quickly is the transport mechanism here. It's actually, you can see it's similar to Tanishin's famous system. It's not, of course, the brand itself closed and stopped production a long time ago, but it's like a similar kind of system. The working mechanism, the way it works. You can see here there's a part here, I will close it so you can see it better, that could show you, like this part, I'm talking about this part. You can here there's a screw, and there's your azimuth adjustment. And that's it. Actually, there is a adjustment for speed, but I don't recommend touching it, honestly, because it will be hell to try to reset it back if you try. Now, you might have noticed that there is no record button here. Usually there's a play and there's a record on the left. Usually, honestly, it doesn't matter, to be completely honest. In this day and age, if you try to record with it, it will be DC bias anyway. It will sound horrible. And it's not something you want to listen to. If you want to listen to something on this, like honestly, it's best if you use professionally recorded tape. I played chrome tapes and I played metal tapes, no problem. And I read online that it even can play ferric oxide tapes. I tried that also, no problem at all. And that's all I have to say about it in terms of that. Like, I love the battery, it lasts a long time. And let's get started. I want to talk for a minute about the sound quality here, because that's the thing I want to talk about, honestly. Oh man, it takes this. So I have my tapes here. Let me show you a quick demo of how it works. If you can play, obviously you will not hear any music, YouTube copyrights. And there is your rewind. It's actually very fast. And before I talk about the sound quality, the last thing I will say is the tape stabilization here is more than awesome. Like, it doesn't, like, maybe the door is hard to open, like I said, but man, it doesn't wobble at all. See? And during playback with my unit that I got, I do this, I do that, I flip it upside down. I actually ran with it. I don't recommend that, but I did, excuse me, and I didn't hear any change in the sound. It never became wobbly, it never sped up or slowed down. And I put it on the table, I put it like that, put it like that, everywhere you could think of. Maybe because I used to take care of my tapes, I'm not sure, but my tapes are solid. The door is solid, you can grab it from the other side. And this door, I remember my old Walkmans used to even the door do like that, shake, but it's very solid. Man, aluminum is awesome. The only thing I worry about is like the service. Like, if something happens to it, I don't know how you can take it off. It will be super time consuming and not worth it, honestly. But that's the only thing. On the other hand, as I said, the positives come from this is the impressive tape stabilization and quality feel. Now, you might think, wow, this is analog, this is tape, this will not sound good. Oh man, signal to noise ratio, and all that stuff. Well, let me tell you, a surprise, the sound quality is awesome. And I think what differentiates FiiO from other portable cassette players is the excellent headphone amplifier they have put in. I'm telling you, and I'm kidding you not, you have headphones that are like 50 ohms or less. You can connect them here and enjoy with my with my blessings. It's awesome. It has an excellent and very powerful headphone amplifier. I use some planar IMs, no problem. I use my normal IMs, no problem. The 4.4 ones, luckily, I use are from Duno, and I have these interchangeable connector, and I use the 3.5, no problem. If you don't have that, you can try using adapters. And for me, on some of my rock tracks and stuff like that, when I like to jam out to it, I got it here. That's the that's the most I used. I could go more with headphones, and I could even max it temporarily with hard to drive headphones, no problem. But usually my listening is here with like planar IMs, and with headphones I got to hear, and that was like, you know, very well loud and so on. An excellent headphone amplifier. That's it. Like, that's the only thing I know. There is a screen protector here in the case. I didn't bother to put it on because it's made of plastic anyway. It's just made for scratches and so on. You can put it on, and obviously there's a case that you can buy for it. But in my opinion, it hides the color, which I think is lovely, and I love the metal feel on my hand. The edges are not sharp or anything. Like, they've done a great job here, like this. It's actually an excellent device from FiiO. Gets a thumbs up from me. Honestly, an excellent device. If you want to hear what analog sounds like, if you want to try something new, I promise you, you will not be disappointed with this one. I know we're living the digital age and everyone thinks that, you know, oh, these things don't sound good at all. You will be surprised, man. Numbers are numbers, but you will be surprised when you listen to something like this. That's it. If you like this video, give it a like or thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them when I have time. Until then, stay positive and see you on the next one. Bye.